Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve a daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Now moving on to the set that we have. So it says that a bus terminal left terminal A for terminal B and passed through 7 bus stops on its way P, Q, R, S, T, U and V, not necessarily in the same order. Now the distance between any two consecutive bus stops was the same and the bus always moved with a constant speed which was either V meter per second or 2V meter per second. Okay. So distance is same and the speeds are either V or 2V. So between two consecutive bus stops. Now it was also noticed during the journey that the time taken by the bus to reach S from P was the same as the time taken to reach Q from T. So one thing is clear that S comes after P and to reach Q from T, so that means Q comes after T. These two things are certain. Take. Then it says there was exactly one bus stop between S and V. Okay, so between S and V there is exactly one bus stop. Okay, chalo. So S and between S and V it is going to be this way, right? It could be any of it, right? It could be any of it. Chalo. Then the distance between P and Q was same as that between Q and T. So P and Q is same between Q and T. That means Q is going to come in between P and T, right? And that means because T we know is before Q, so P will be after Q. That is also certain. Okay. So these are the things that are clear to us. Okay. Let's write these things over here. P and S are going to be afterwards. Then two cases, that is V and S and S and V. Okay, because there was exactly one bus stop between S and V. Okay, so this is what we have. Also, we know that U was not the first bus stop and R came after U. So U ke baad you will be having R. Okay, that is certain. This is one thing that we have, guys. We know the distance. Okay, so we have 7 bus stops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So one case could be, now you see that they are not consecutive. It's not necessary that they become consecutive. The only thing is that they have equal distance in between them. Okay. So first, what is the maximum distance that they can have? So you see that if Q comes into the exact middle and T and P occupies the farthest most position, in that case, there will be two bus stops between each of them, right? There will be two bus stops. But if this case you take, it's never possible for S to arrive after P. So this case is never possible. Take. So this case is gone. Having space of 2 between them is never possible. Take. So now what we will do is we will take a space of 1 possible. Take. So if space of 1 is there, this is the case that we have. Take. Chalo. Then what we have is key, you see that between S and V, you know, there is one stop. So if S comes over here, V cannot come over here, right? So definitely S has to occupy this position, V has to occupy this. We know R comes after U, so U will come over here, R will come over here, right? This is one possible case when T was the first stop. Let's say T is not the first stop and they have a space of 1, 1 between them. In that case, you can have S over here, right? And you can have V over here. Now, R will be over here and U will be over here, but this is not possible because U cannot be the first stop, right? So let's cancel this out and let's check if T comes over here. Then you have TQP. Now, again, what is not possible is that S after P is not possible. So if you take a gap of 1, 1 stop between T, Q and P, so what you will have is that only one single case. Now, let's say there is no space between T, Q and P. They are consecutive stops. So you have T, Q and P, let's say. Okay, you have T, Q and P, let's say. Okay. Then guys, what is going to happen is, let's say, can S come over here? Let's try. So if S comes over here, what is going to happen is that we will occupy this position, right? We will occupy this position. Okay. In that case, what is going to happen is that R will occupy this position and U will occupy this position. Okay. But then what is happening over here is, you see that the time taken by the bus to reach S from P, okay, S from P was same as from Q to T. So Q to T, let's say the bus traveled at V. Okay, Q to T, let's say the bus traveled at the slowest possible speed. From P to S, even if it traveled at 2V, then to the distance of it will cover twice the distance, right? Here it was just one stop it was covering. Here it can cover 2 stops. It cannot go to S till here and have the equal time. So S having into the farthest most position is not possible in this case. Similarly, S in this case is also not possible because the best you can cover is up till here. So let's say in one case S is over here, and then you will have to take a case when S is exactly after it. Take when S is exactly after it. Now what you have been given is that there is a gap of, like, there is one single station between S and V. So in this case, we can come over here, we can come over here. In this case, R can come over here, you can come over here. In this case, R can come over here, you can come over here. These are the final stages, right? Then TQP, we are taking consecutive positions, right? So TQP we took into the first three position. Let's say TQPR is available over here. Okay. Then S and V can have this position, right? S cannot be over here because again, it can only cover 2 stops, not 3 stops, right? So S cannot come over here. So S and V are here. In that case, R will be here, you will be here, but you cannot be the first stop. So having TQP in second, third, and fourth position is not a possibility. Having TQP in third, fourth, and fifth position, sorry, is never a possibility, because then S and V can never be satisfied. And similarly, if you take TQP into these three positions, it's never possible. So the only three possible cases are these three. So we can move to answering the questions. Now, which was the which among the 7 was the first bus stop? So in all these cases, you find T is the first. So it's always going to be the right answer. That is option number A. Now, which among the 7 stop was the last stop? So you can see that twice it is R, once it is V. So the correct answer cannot be determined. It could be any of the three cases, right? Now, if the average speed of the bus between T and S was different from the average speed of the bus between T and Q, then which bus stop was immediately before R? Okay. So that means the average speed is to be different, right? That means the number of stops between Q and T should not be equal to P and S. So in this, what the cases we are going to consider is the first case, because here the distance between Q and T is 2 stops, whereas P and S is right after one another. Second case also we will consider, because Q and T have 1 stop ka difference, whereas P and S have 2 stops ka difference. Third, we are not going to consider, right? Third, we are not going to consider because there is equal gap and they have to take equal amount of time. So the average speed is going to be the same. So in these two cases, we have to see that which stop was immediately before R. So in both these cases, we find that S is the stop that is immediately before R. Hence, option number B, S, becomes the right answer. So this was again a pretty easy set, guys, and hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video, guys.